Friends, something beautiful. Finally. I've been so tired of the doom and gloom, shadow work, never ending healing, but it's this is the energy of something beautiful is coming. I don't know exactly what it is yet, but regardless, I'm still gonna read the energy. But it has been an energy that I've felt since last night. You might recognize that you're plugged into a different algorithm, whether I'm speaking your For You page, okay, or your physical 3D reality. Now, instead of you getting signs and synchronicities or readings in your algorithm, whether it be through this black mirror or in your what you are seeing in the real life, okay, you completely jumped into a new algorithm. You're getting signs and synchronicities around an abundant new beginning, some sort of new beginning that is very, very, very good, okay? It's like you've made a decision, okay? And then I keep getting things about a crossroads. A lot of this collective has been sitting in a decision place, a decision, which is sitting really in stagnant energy. It's like you didn't know what to do within a certain situation. So you were sitting at a crossroads. When we were pulling out the other day, and I kept getting out of this deck, the crossroads. I've been getting the crossroads card over and over and over and over again for this collective. And it's like this energy of a lot of the collective has been sitting at a crossroads, not sure exactly what to do. Should I do this or should I do that? And you chose yourself in some capacity. You finally made your decision, but your decision was to not make a decision, which is also a decision, right? And it's like, all realities exist, right? In each timeline, there's so many different timelines, but because of our movement, choices, and decisions, right, that basically essentially helps us align with which timeline we're going to be on. And you've chosen a timeline here that is going to honor self, and it's put you out of that stagnant energy. It's gonna promote your happiness, your well-being, your peace, your joy. You've chosen self, but in the best way, right? It doesn't mean that you don't care about other people. You're just afraid if you were to go on that timeline, it would be sacrificing your happiness and joy or peace that you've worked very hard for. So you've made a decision to get off of this crossroads and go down the only path that you felt was going to be right for you, because you've brought a lot of healing. Okay. Where was I? I also got hit. And I did not press the stop button, but it stopped on its own. Like, I've been sitting here recording, channeling, and all sorts of things that are coming out. And now when you're channeling, you lose it very quickly. There's somebody at the freaking door. They're mowing the grass now, but now my dogs are going crazy. And I was shuffling, I was talking, da-da-da. Basically, essentially, you've chosen the timeline that's full of the most peace, okay? Now, the analogy, when chaos is all you've known or survival mindset is all you've known, okay, it becomes very familiar to you, and that's actually more comfortable to you. Well, that's become uncomfortable to you. Survival type mode and stress and anxiety and masculine, being only in your masculine energy is now you've done so much healing. That's what's becoming foreign to you. You've been more in your receiving mode, in your divine feminine, and I'm not going to stress, and you're going and sorting through things in your awareness. If anything is leading me down the path of stress or anxiety or survival type instincts or you don't even operate that. You move back into your feminine. You move back into trust. You move back into face. You move back into receiving mode. So now, guess what's becoming a stranger to you? The enemy, the darkness that wants to promote fear or project fear onto you, that's making you feel like you need to in order to right? You've been nurturing your spirit back to life to such a level and degree of abuse, neglect in the reverse, and then below ground level nurturing. You've been nurturing what's inside. People can't see what you're doing. People have no idea what you have been going through and doing and purging and grieving and mourning and licking your wounds and facing your demons and taming them and rewriting the narrative. You've been doing so much work on the inside. And ultimately you are choosing based off of the healing that you're doing inside. You know you crave that peace more than anything. You've done so much work to the nervous system. So the nervous system is now calm. It doesn't want anything it doesn't want this darkness in your life that's going to trigger it back into flight or fight. So you're choosing to do what's best for you, even if the entire world has that simply misunderstood. And by choosing this timeline, here comes my nose itching, confirmation. You're choosing self, you're choosing ease, you're choosing peace, you're choosing enjoyment, a soft lifestyle with soft people, places, and things that are easy to pour into as they easily pour into you. Where love isn't a question, where unconditional love abounds. So much is coming up about monarch butterflies. Okay, Jesus is coming up a lot. Okay, it's an energy because you've decided. Because you've decided, you've also stepped onto this timeline, and the decision was a no decision. Because you made no decision within something really was a decision that stepped into this timeline where it exists all things that are good because you've chosen all things that are good. You've decided you're a good person. You know that you're a good person. You don't deserve to sit in martyrism or suffering anymore, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. You said for a little bit, maybe if I suffer and suffer and suffer and try to figure this out, then maybe I'd be worthy and deserving of it. I could prove my love. No. You decided, no, that's enough. I'm hurting myself. And you start moving into things that are paying attention to your thoughts, emotions, and feelings that are inviting the energy of peace. That's what heals. That's what heals that nervous system that's been through so much stress and tension like that. If somebody carries tension like right here, you can feel it at the end of the day. Because you're tense. Because you're tense the whole time. You don't even realize it, even if there's nothing going on, but your nervous system is like, there's something going on because you thought a certain thought, right? But either way it goes, you have chosen peace. Because you've chosen peace, this is sending a signal out. This is sending a signal out into the universe, right, if you will, manifestation that is like, oh, I'm worthy of good. And now it's happening naturally. You're not having to force it. It's happening naturally. I don't even need the cards. It's happening naturally. And because it's happening naturally, it's producing like a pheromone, if you will, that is attracting a lot of good into you. And it feels like I keep saying the Ace of Pentacles over and over and over and over and over again. An abundant new beginning, full of good things, whether it's experiences, something within your career, that's coming up a lot. Something within experiences is what it also feels like. It's in the 10th house, like it's in like destiny type energy as well. So, there's so much magic that awaits us, but there's an element of surprise here. Fake death, new life, reborn. Reborn in this new you will not settle for less. You know you're a good person. You know your truth. You don't need to... You just accepted it. You've suffered enough. Hell is a hellish place, and you've been there a million times. It's time to experience nirvana. And look what freaking incense that I have been using, that I have felt inclined to start using. It says nirvana. I love y'all.